落ちた競合飛べないカラス
What's up YouTube, it's Channel Blackwing here, and in today's video I want to tell you how you can play through or pass the most popular hand traps in the game, such as Ash Blossom's Infinite Impermanence and Nibiru, so you can get into Kali Yuga and basically just winning your opponent, just destroying them while playing Blackwings. What sounds better than that? I don't know, but let's jump straight in the video. So basically, before I want to tell you how you can play through hand traps, I kind of want to show you the most basic fields. So a lot of you probably already know them, but I just want to kind of like make it clear that what the deck can do. And this is basically with just opening Simoon and any level 4 Blackwing. So the field that we're making is actually insane for you new viewers who haven't seen this before. So basically we're making a Burrow Savage Dragon here before we're activating Rusty, so we can just get the Rusty all clear without, you know, getting negated. If that would be the case, they would have a hand trap here. We're making Arsenal Falco, we're making Gaga Magician, popping here our Arsenal Falco, making an Ultimate Falcon playing effect. Now our opponent can't even play any cards because of Ultimate Falcon's effect. Then it's their turn, and here we can just Arsenal Falco, rank up into King Kali Yuga and pretty much, you know, negate all our opponent's cards on the field and destroy them in the end phase if it's a spell or trap card. So this is your basic 2-card combo basically with Blackwing, so it's pretty neat. And basically you can have this in many different, many different routes, kind of the same outcome. So here we have Simoon and a level 2 Blackwing, which is obviously not a level 4 as in the earlier replay, but here you can just search an Harmadan, make Harmadan into a level 4 here, and then we have again kind of the same combo. So what is really important, this is like one thumb rule that you should stick to and really try to like remember, is that when you have Y-Strix you always want to have 2 level 4s as well on the field, because if Y-Strix would get negated here, it would not matter if they would have Infinite Impermanence, if they would have Ash, if they would have pretty much like any hand trap except for Gamma maybe, you can still play through it. Alright, so yeah, here's just the example. If you open up with Simoon and any level 2 Blackwing, you're still gonna go through the exact same combo and just ending up on the same board in the end. So Burrow Savage Dragon playing effect here, then Rusty setting their rank up launch, you know, ranking up into Arsenal Falco, getting your Raider Swing, Gaga Magician, popping your Arsenal Falco, and then Ultimate Falcon, and so on. You can see it's the exact same combo, and opponents, so we can do King Kali Yuga and GG no re. Alright, well then you might ask, well what if you don't open up with Simoon? And this is what happens. You can actually play also Sephiroth, and Sephiroth is basically the same thing. So as long as you get into this field here, again Y-Strix plus 2 level 4s, you're good to go for the combo. Obviously this changes a little bit because you don't have the extra Ouster on the field, so that basically means that you cannot end on Borreload Savage Dragon here, which is a little bit sad, but hey, you're still gonna have your Ultimate Falcon, your Kali Yuga, and you know, basically your opponent pretty much should lose if they don't have like a super polymerization on their turn. That's pretty much the only card, one of the only cards that can out this field. But yeah, so this is nice. Then also I just show you an example where I have Sephiroth. Well, actually, if you have Raider Swing is kind of also 2 bodies, because you can special summon him also back from the graveyard if you detach one material from a dark XYZ monster. So I want to show you how you can basically make the combo with only these 2 cards. A lot of people are thinking that this, if you open up with these and like something else, you know, you're bricking, but that's not the case. I want to just show you how it's possible as well here. Obviously, we're still not playing through any hand traps, but I just want to kind of, you know, understand that if you have kind of any like monster plus any one monster that is basically 2 monsters, so like Sephiroth, you know, you can special summon him back from the graveyard, or Raider Swing, you can also special summon him back from the graveyard. You can go for the whole combo, and yeah, in different ways. Basically the idea is always just to drop King Kali Yuga on your opponent's turn, and it should be pretty solid to say the least. Okay, yeah. And obviously those are the 2 like 2-card combos, but you can also make the combo with any 3 monsters as long as you at least control 1 level 4 monster. So here we have only 2s, but Harmadan is playing its effect, adding gust levels to itself, so it becomes a 4 here. And then we can go for the combo again. So we have Wystrix, and then we have 2 level 4th, and that's enough for us to go for the combo here. Alright guys, now I think you kind of have the like basic idea what you want to do with the deck, and you know, the kind of like ground theory. So as long as you can get into Wystrix and making a Forstrix, that's enough to make, you know, the whole deck kind of broken, or a really good feel for your opponent to most likely not getting over. But well, I think that's like, this is the easy part, right? Pretty like solid board, and yeah. But if your opponent has hand traps, which they most likely are going to have, well, what do you do then? How do you play then through different hand traps? So here, as discussed, you always want to kind of get into this part. Obviously, I'm now only playing with 2 cards in my hand, but usually you have more, you know, extenders and floaters and whatever. So you kind of want to get into this part where you can actually have Wystrix and 2 level 4s. So here our opponent is gonna play Ash Blossoms and negating my Wystrix. But hey, it's totally fine because I already have the level 4 on my field that I would special summon with Wystrix. Now I don't get into Zephyros yet, but you know, I can still go on kind of for the combo here, and it's not like that of a big deal because I open up with Simoon plus one Blackwing, so that's really nice. So as you can see here, we're kind of going for the combo. We're not ending on a Burrowload Savage Dragon, but this is most likely or usually just enough to beat our opponent anyway. Just thinking Kaliuga here, and yep. And yeah, what then if we have this kind of hand? So we have Zephyros and 2 level 4s. What are we doing then? Okay, well, they're again playing Ash Blossoms on our Wystrix. That's fine, because we have Zephyros in the graveyard and we have something we can bounce and just kind of special summon back. So here again we had 2 level 4s, so we can continue with the Forstrix play and go for the combo here as well. So that's really kind of neat. I'm just gonna show you where this ends up, but it's pretty much the exact same board without Burrowload Savage Dragon again. Yeah, we're making King Kaliuga, and that's it. Then we have a little bit different, because now they have infinite impermanence, and if Wystrix is getting infinite impermanence, it cannot set the rank up card, meaning that we have to search them both using Rusty. So this is kind of the same situation, but now only the Ash was swapped to an infinite impermanence. So now we activate Zephyros, making Forstrix, and while Forstrix activates its effect, Wystrix is trying to activate, but it's negated because it's a mandatory effect. Okay, now this is really important, that here you have to add Raider's Wing if you cannot get into another level 4 extender, because otherwise you're gonna have 1 material too much on your Arsenal Falco in a minute, and you cannot go for the drop the Kaliuga. So that's why you have to search Raider's Wing and detach here the 1 material. But anyways, as you can see, we're still ending up on Kaliuga on our opponent's turn, which is really nice and usually just enough to beat our opponent. Alright, well then we have basically this kind of feel. So I just told you that if you have a Zephyros and any kind of, you know, going for Wystrix and anything you can bounce back to your hand and special summon again, you know, or something can bounce. So basically getting the Wystrix and 2 level 4s you can play. But with this hand we cannot get to it, because if Zephyros and Harmadam, for example, would make Wystrix and it would get negated, I could not do anything. You know, I could just bounce back Gust with Zephyros and just be there. I have already normal summon, so I can normal summon Gust, and that would just, you know, I would pretty much lose. But how to play through Negation here is basically, you know, playing Harmadam's effect, making it to level 4 and actually making first Forstrix. And there are 2 different routes of doing this combo here. So basically here our opponents use the Ash on Forstrix, and in the next replay you will see how it would kind of like play out if they would use it a little bit like after that. So here we are again getting the Arsenal Falco, playing effect, summoning Chris, and then we have the rank up card set, and we can go for King Kalyuga, which is really nice. Okay, well the next replay that I told you about just a couple of seconds ago, this is basically the same, but now they are not playing Ash on Force Trick, so we got the search. Here on we play, you know, search Bora, because then we can bounce it back. Now we make voice tricks, and now they decide to Ash. Well, it's fine, because we have the 2 level 4s here, and you already know that then, you know, then it's combo, because that's basically a thumb rule. If you have voice tricks and 2 level 4s, it's like always combo. So now we make Gaga Magician, special summon back the Force Tricks, and then we can kind of just continue. And with these 2 replays that I just showed you, it doesn't matter if the card that they negate negate your cards, it would be an infinite impermanence, because we're not using actually voice tricks to get into the rank up cards. We're only using Rusty here. That's one thing to kind of remember. So it doesn't matter here if in this replay or in the last replay the Ash would be infinite impermanence or something else that would just simply negate the card. We can still play past it and end up on Kalyuga. Then here also again kind of a little reminder that it doesn't need to be a Sephiroth that you summon. It can also be Raider Swing, and you can kind of go for the exact same combo. So here again our opponent uses Ash in this part, and then we're kind of just like going through the combo again, making Magician and Rusty, and yeah, setting the 1 rank up card we want to activate on opponent's turn, and searching the other rank up and doing Arsenal Falcon. Here we actually have Sephiroth in the graveyard, so we can just special summon him and end up with an like extra Time Thief Redoer, and then summoning Kalyuga on our opponent's turn again, which is really nice. Then here we have the same combo if our opponent decides to activate the Ash a little bit later again, so not on this Force Tricks, but now on voice tricks. And now again, as thumb rule, you always want to get the voice tricks and 2 level 4s, so there you have the combo enabled. So basically again, Magician, Force Tricks, Rusty, getting the rank ups, and you're good to go with Kalyuga. Obviously on your opponent's turn, you know, if they set a card and set some cards, you can destroy all the sets with your Kalyuga. The monster they set, you can just normal summon any level 4, go into a rank 4, activate Rusty's effects to pop it, and then, you know, you should have like 8000 damage pretty easily there. So yeah. Alright, well then we're coming to Nibiru. So what if your opponent has Nibiru, how do you play through that then, or pass it? So we basically want to make one XYZ, which says bye bye to Nibiru, and XYZ I'm talking about is obviously Gene Buster. So basically when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach 2 cards, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to the opponent and negate the activation. So he activates Nibiru here, you can negate it, they can't activate it again, and then you can just continue with your plays. And here again we don't end up on Burrowload Savage Shogun, because we have to use Auster to make Force Tricks. But in the end, all that matters is that to drop King Kalyuga on our opponent's turn, because that's usually more than enough to win the game. So here we're just building a board, and actually here we get an extra Time Thief Reader with the effect as well, so we can bounce 1 card as well. So here we can make King Kalyuga and bounce the monster back they summoned. And this last replay is actually how to play kind of true Nibiru, or into a Nibiru. So this is basically if you have Simoon, any Blackwing you can special summon, and just a level 4. This is basically in those hands where you don't see a level 2 that you can banish first, so you can't go for Gene Buster, so I just put Simoon and 2 level 4s. So this is basically what I mean by playing into Nibiru. This is actually not the last replay, one after this, but there are 2 places where your opponent might play Nibiru. This is the 5th summon, if I'm not incorrect, or maybe it's the 6th summon, but like Voice Tricks is the 5th, then your opponent's reached the card that special summons, so there's obviously no, it's not like good to play it here, so they want to always wait until Sephiroth is summoned and now play Nibiru. Okay, destroying your home field. After that, you can just go for IP Max Arena, summon 4 tricks, search card, you know. Here again, because you know that you have to search both of the rank ups. You have to search Raider's Wing because you have to get rid of the last monster underneath 4 tricks here. And then you can just make Rusty, search both of the rank ups. Ranking up into Arsenal Falco, activating Rusty to destroy actually the Nibiru. And then making King Kaliugan your opponent's turn. It's nice. Then the last replay actually, yeah, so this is the exact same combo again, but this is kind of in a different way. So if our opponent does not drop Nibiru when you summon Sephiroth, they wait a little bit further. So yeah, here they actually let us do 4 tricks, and now they're like looking good to Nibiru, right? So they activate Nibiru here, destroying our field, right? We get a token, and now both of our cards are Wise Tricks and Force Tricks are both in the graveyard. So here we can just pretty much continue our plays anyway, making Gaga Magician, special summoning back Force Tricks, and here we got both of the rank ups again to our opposition, and destroying the Nibiru and doing a crease, and then ranking up to King Kaliuga on our opponent's turn. So yeah, I hope you learned something new about this. There were kind of like some of these hands are really kind of taking time for you to recognize what's possible, but usually the right way to play the deck is not go always for just Wise Tricks. Sometimes it's, as you saw in the replays, it's important to go for Force Tricks as well if it enables you to playing past like 1 negation, like Infinite Impermanence or Ash. So yeah, I hope you learned something new. If you have any comments, please comment them in the comment section down below. I hope you found this helpful. If you're a new player, this most likely definitely helps you play the deck more better. And yeah, thank you and see you in the next one. I'm out.
それでも一人じゃなくなったあいつは強いよ。